Get ready for the Bronx Poetry Night, brought to you by Canvas Culture LLC, right here on the LDM radio station.
Oh, we're back? Okay, we're back. Okay, no problem, no problem, man. Good evening, everyone. Welcome. And I go by the name of Mike O, a poet and creative storyteller right out of Mount Vernon, New York. Shout out to everybody. Since we're talking about love, I feel like I could just talk a little bit about that. Shout out to everybody who got a little boo thing, got a little special somebody, significant other, husband, wife, boo, or prospect, whichever. You know what? I'm glad I got this opportunity to talk to you because for those who don't, and are looking at that special somebody and not in a relationship right now, there's a message I want to tell you. They don't see you. Not like you see them. And I think you know who I'm talking about because you know them. Your heart still skips at the sound of their name, the one whose voice fills your thoughts with wonder and possibility, their movements composing a symphony that no one else seems to hear but you. You know them. You feel you can measure the very depth of their existence as you read eloquently their story on their social media page, losing yourself in their eyes, but you know deep down they and their photograph share something in common. They don't see you like you see them because they don't want you like you want them. And that is okay because who on earth are you anyway? Yes, you. Who do you think you are with all the freedom of will that God has given you? Now you demand the will of another because, let me guess, you're so nice. Let me suggest that you're being far from nice. You are not even kind. You're the kind that would beg a stone for a drop of water than to freely drink from a fountain. My friend, you are being vile and delusional. And as much as you try covering yourself with passion and personal merit, your excuses are showing through your thinly veiled facade, and I can see you are broken. And I know you think the solution is, well, we're finally together, then I'll be made whole, but therein lies the problem. They don't see you like you see them because they don't want you like you want them. So how does that add up? Can you answer that? Did you do the math? Did you factor in the root cause of your imaginary world that you keep calling out to everybody that doesn't answer back? Can you answer that? Because you could solve this math problem, but you despise unknowns because you're in love with their shape, leaving you wrecked and gullible. Now you feel trapped. So rather than going back to square one, the only thing that's keeping you around is fear of accepting that they don't see you like you see them because they don't want you like you want them. How long will you keep staining your pillows with false promises? How long will you keep watching this story play out when you already know the hero dies? How long until you truly love them more than the version of them that you have created? Listen, I know it hurts. I know it hurts to let go. How long would the hurt last? I don't know. But let me ask, how long are you going to keep putting yourself last? That you would give yourself the grace, the love, the possibilities, and the hope you are freely giving out to them. And even if it's something you don't want to hear right now, sometimes the best way to love them is to accept and walk away. You know why? Because they don't see you. Thank you so much. I go by the name of Mike O, poet and creative storyteller. You can follow me on all relevant social media platforms at This Is Mike O. Again, that is at This Is Mike O, ThisIsMikeo on all relevant social media platforms. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you.
Give it up for one more time, Mike O. That was amazing. I can definitely relate. I don't know. Like, why you let me waste my time? You let me waste my life. No. But for real, we've all been in relationships where we knew damn well we were supposed to leave like forever ago, and we still holding on. They're so nice on Tuesdays after 10. Like, they're really not, you know. But anyway, let's give it up for our next headliner. I absolutely love her. I've stalked her plenty of times before, and I think I've known her for well over 5 years. Give it up for Cozy Love. We're safe. We're good. We're good to go. Okay, we go. Like, okay, hi everybody. My name is Nicoise, aka Cozy Love, and I'm really excited and really nervous. It's been a while since I hit the mic, and I want to give a big shout out to Bronx Poetry and Mika J. Woods for inviting me here today. This is like a new debut for me for two reasons. One, I've been suffering with writer's block for like 3 years. Anybody else been going through writer's block? Okay, cool. Yeah, and it's the worst because you want to write, right? But you can't find the words. And specifically for me, I couldn't find my poet's voice. So much has happened since 2020 that she didn't sound like me anymore. Like her cadence, her language, the things that she found peace with, I was still ready to be upset about. So I didn't want her talking for me, to be honest. So that was one reason. And then I wasn't really writing about the things that mattered to me. I was just writing about general topics. And so the poems I was writing, they were basura, just very much like, I just didn't like them. So with this challenge from Bronx Poetry, I had to sit down and write. And so I finished my first piece, right, fresh off a writer's block. And this is something that's been on my heart for 3 years, and I just couldn't write about it. So this is called 3 Nails in the Coffin. The year is 2020, and the world's social emotional climate is anything but intimate. COVID-19 made a global entrance and started handing out death sentences. It came with a crew. Curfews, quarantines, and social distancing was holding families for ransom. Unless you paid 2 rounds, it was the only way you could visit them. It was beyond bizarre seeing New York City fall asleep with empty roads and stores closing. I think the only good grace was that the liquor store could stay open. All of a sudden, they were essential. And you could walk out of restaurants with cups at random. Every other purchase got wiped down with sanitizer like it was a new Boosie anthem. It was pandemonium because of the pandemic, and then the systemic war on blacks just climaxed. It was like every other week a new brutality was announced. The mistreatment and killings of blacks simply because we're brown, the marches on city streets and through the country town, the nation's social unrest, the calls for public justice, the posts with politics and the protest do's and don'ts. The fact that 164 black folk were killed by police already in 2020 had only been there for 8 months. Are you there with me? It was a year of utter despair and no tranquility. It just felt like life was killing me, and I hated it. And so I sought calm from the calamity. I started conversing with family. Members I barely remembered but felt it essential to stitch up the strands of me. And clink, that was the first nail in the coffin. I ran to Georgia, and I was having fun till I wasn't. That night in 2020, I was the drunkest cousin. And after we left the function and the sister said something to the brother that made them really put hands on each other. Front seat fighting and swerving the car. Back seats pleading, can you pull over and park? They get out, start to spar in the dark, and then boop, boop. Flashlights. And cops approach us from afar. And I'm like, whoa. It was a family matter that just got a little bit out of control. They responded, licenses and IDs. I said, if you're not going to let us leave and you're not arresting us, then you're surely harassing us. I said it just like social media taught me, with accent, alcohol, and arrogance. They just laughed at us. And that provoked my anger and fear. With my ego in their commentary, things just escalated from there. Filthy banter between me and them. I'm talking and walking, they closing in. I'm lit, tripping over my feet and raising my hands to speak when I hear, she hit the sergeant. And they pushed me down to the ground on my hands and knees. I stumbled out of my wig and shoes. I'm fighting hard and they fighting too. They win. and banged my chest up on a car. To get my prints, they bent my fingers back so bad, their nails dug in and left me scarred. And then they threw me in and locked the doors. Clank. That was nail number 2. My cousin sped off as soon as I was detained, because one had a warrant and the other started feeling ashamed. I was in a town where I had no bearings. I didn't know the country, the city, or the streets. All I knew was I was tipsy, handcuffed, and surrounded by police. They moved me to a second vehicle, then parked in a wooded area. But I could see the precinct yards away, so parking here aroused hysteria. My mind began to overload with fatal flight or fight scenarios, till I'm transported to this gray room, and I'm blandly staring down at her. Miss Sandra. Her face, her body, her posture. It's all awkward. My vision transitions, and people are staring at me like I'm artwork. My lifeless body and mugshot positioned perfectly and placid, just how art works. Even though I'm positively dead on that gray block, I'm feeling bothered. It's been 3 whole hours, and I'm being handcuffed and hostage. It's preposterous. What about my rights? I'm a law-abiding citizen. Where's y'all discipline? Either catch my flight in 5 hours or let me know if I'm joining the Say Their Names initiative. I'm thinking, did my level of intoxication misuse the social education, or did their lack of training and de-escalation get us here? They never took me inside. They just pulled up right in front and placed me in another car. The officer shoves me in, fastens my belt, and as he's removing his arm, I didn't think. I just latched my jaw on it and bit down. Next thing you see is me flying out the car, and I'm rolling on the ground. They rolled me from the gravel to the grass and then stuffed my head inside a bag, and I'm sitting in car number 3 for 3 additional hours. They finally took me to the precinct, and my identity was revealed. A judge hit her gavel, and the 3rd nail on my coffin was sealed, because, bitch, I went to jail. All right. So, yeah. So that's 3 nails in the coffin. That's how my 2020 ended. And honestly, worst situation I ever put myself in. I realized then that I definitely had a drinking problem. I had to chill out, right? I'm not taking the responsibility off the cops who didn't know how to, de-escalate the situation and just calm down. But I was really drunk, and I was saying some mean things to them. So for the next year and a half, no one was checking on me. It was no drug tests. I didn't have to report to anybody to make sure I was clean. But I just decided I had a really bad relationship with alcohol and weed, and it would be best if I took a year off. So on July 28th of this year, I made 1 year sober. Thank you. Thank you. I'm very proud of that. Thank you. And I appreciate all the claps, but I fell off. 2 weeks ago, I had 1 drink and I haven't stopped, honestly. So I was trying to write another piece about what it feels like to notice that your relationship with something isn't doing you well. But because I just got off a writer's block, I didn't get there yet. But I do have some other pieces to share with you guys. So this one is called Hungry. Yeah. My dad used to say that when certain people got rich and successful, they lost that grit, that hustle, that stressful special nudge to be a bit better than whoever was trying to share their spotlight. And it's not like they got pushed off the performance floor. Nah, they was there. But they didn't want it, didn't crave it, wasn't hungry anymore. With just a taste of the good life, a morsel or a quick bite, a crumb was enough to make them feel like they no longer had to hustle hard. Or that the height they reached was the highest they planned for, and any extra exploration would be a costly burden or a raised bar. They figured they already done their best. They progressed, so a rest or a stationary stop in their success wasn't that bad. That all work and no play afforded you no time to celebrate, and you hate to grow old and look back for memories you didn't have. And I get it. Being hungry all the time comes off greedy. And sticking your hand in the pot when your plate is full seems quite needy. But then again, why fiddle in your biggest fantasy? Why get accustomed to good days and long nights with invites to dope parties and all white if you plan to revisit your past life in them hunger pains? Settling and stagnating guarantees no gains. It's just foolish to stop moving once you tasted qualities you took time to perfect. Stay hungry, emotionally and mentally, socially, publicly, physically, financially, and definitely spiritually, because whether it's lengthy or steady, it's progression. The succession of goals leads to successions of roles and locations. You have to sacrifice immediate gratifications like frequent vacations, weekends, chilling, shopping splurges, vices, feelings, but take it from a survivor. The first year of hard work bursts a new focused mindset from the guise of intentionality. By year 2, nothing happens haphazardly. Wins are earned because with each achievement, you'll grow more eager. I remember crying on nights when I thought wasn't strong enough to be my own leader. I fought my habit to chill with homies that were content with mediocrity. I blocked old routes of comfort because I knew it was only me that was stopping me. See, I found a recipe. It's prayer, endurance, reflection, and discipline. It's a simple list, but it's not a diet for bottom feeders or for simpletons. It's merely a pre-workout for those who aren't satisfied with their current circumstances. The hungry ones, who know there's more if they just keep advancing. They're enhancing the scope of their dreams by actively molding and manifesting. It's their destiny to stay hungry, and don't you ever try to stop them. Thank you. Honestly, I wrote that in a time when I wasn't feeling my poetry. So I appreciate the claps because you know what I mean? I didn't feel like that was it. But I have one more, and it's going to be my last one. And I think this one is kind of like speaking to the hope that I have for love. It's called Write a Piece About Black Love. All right. Write a piece about black love, they say. As if this sort of bliss is even comprehensive, simple, or syllable. The principle of what it means to love black is backpacked with legends detailing about how our ancestors couldn't get any love back, so I can't cap on what it feels like to love on just us. The traps, ghettos, and hood niggas. Big block hood figures who figured they were deserving of love instead of being born blacklisted, or my black sisters who forgotten how to handle their own mystique. Our divine physiques, which every other on the planet has either mocked or modeled. Granted, we mix well, but our tale of beautiful is foremost tailored in all black. Our folklore, rituals, and incantations, trials and tribulations among us need no reminder of tact. Black on black doesn't require anything else. It's a wealth of inconceivable possibilities. It's stored up in us. It's a divine right to creation, and innovation is born with everyone in a cocoa hue sensation. Black love is too deep to surface superficially. It's like you're tipping into a black abyss with no notion of a life before this. It's just been you and blackness falling. That's it. So thank you guys for your time. Really appreciate it. And again, if you have writer's block, it's okay. Just try to keep writing and, it'll bounce back one day. So thank you.
One more time for Pussy Love. I could definitely relate when it comes to learning that maybe I might have a problem and being able to look at yourself from the outside perspective. So thank you for sharing that. That was something that people need to hear that a lot of people don't share. So thank you. That was real. So we are going to go back to the open mic. I'm going to announce Kunle to the stage. Did I pronounce it good? Yes, I put the little accent on it. I tried.
Good afternoon, good evening, good people. What's good? So yeah, my name is Kunle. That's not gonna work. All right. So I'm not from here. I'm from Chicago. I'm here because I live in Pennsylvania now, and I just happened to see Koise's her story, and she said she was doing a show. I just happened to be in town. So I'm not a poet anymore. I'm retired. Yeah. Yeah. So I've kind of focused on music now. So I do I rap and I songwrite. So I'm gonna do something like a cappella, I guess. And we'll see how that works. I really love these type of spaces, though, just to be clear, because in Atlanta, right before the pandemic started, I was doing something just like this. I have a platform called Freed Up Creative, and it's for Black creatives and Black entrepreneurs. So, like, these open mics, concerts, Black business expos, all that type of good stuff. That's the type of stuff I was doing before the pandemic, and been trying to, like, start it back up now that outside is kind of sort of back open. So anyway, let me do this piece and get out of y'all hair. This piece is called Patience. I wrote it right around the time that the pandemic started. So actually, the reason why I'm in New York is because my anniversary is this weekend. So I've been, thank you. So my wife is from here. And patience, like being married takes patience. Being an adult takes patience. So yeah, I wrote this joint called Patience because I felt like it was almost like I'm an adult type piece. Now I'm still fighting adulthood, but here we are. Okay, here we go. Holy water dripping down my Caesar. Trading my chain for a necklace, still can't find my freedom. I've been walking down this valley of the legion of doom. I've been trying to find my end, but they still can't find room. I ain't no Jesus. Said I've been trying to find my end, but they still can't find room. I ain't no Jesus. I ain't here for bleeding. Keep that thing smooth. Told my demons they come out when needed, trying to keep cool. But see, my patience getting tested. If I fail, it's a blessing. You just can't understand. I never scaled to your metrics. I'm eating kale for breakfast, trying to keep it green, but left her on red. Now she makes up scenes. Maybelline, darling, I'm not here for facades, and I ain't really here to talk. You can argue with God. I sent her praying hands, bless up, wish you the best love. You gotta move on your own. You a walking Tesla. That's messed up, or so she say. I'm just trying to be great. So how can I keep it blunt and still converse with a J? I'm getting worse. But you ain't heard what I say. My shoes ain't meant for the past that you had paid for your slave. So my converse has been jaywalking to a whole different wave that you was destined to walk in waters you only could wade. There's holy water on my body to this watery grave. Seen a nigga moving different, tell your daughter behave. That's it. Yeah. Yeah. I see Kunle. Social media, love Kunle, LOVEKUNLEI. Thank y'all.
I like him. He's amazing. Thank you. And I would love to hear some of your music, so you're going to have to share some of that. Yeah, next time. Kunle. On all, okay. So you're on iTunes, you're on Spotify. Okay, so listen to Kunle, okay? Listen to Kunle. KUNLEI, okay? KUNLEI. There you go, Kunle. So we're going to go back to the open mic list. And look at me, Miss Forgetful. I got to walk all the way back to the paper because I don't forgot what I wrote there. Okay, I know that name. Okay, so we're going to go back to the open mic list. Someday, are you here? Someday. Hi, Someday. Shout out to Someday. Someday was busting down those egg rolls. When I tell you I ain't never see a smile so big, he ran back to Mika J. Woods and was like, I need another one. I need a one. So anyway, Someday, welcome to the stage, my brother. You're welcome.
How y'all doing, everybody? Yo, there's some talent in this room. Some talent left, some talent still here. Y'all got me amazed. It's crazy. It's for you. I love you. But yes, everybody's great. And my name is God Someday. I'm on Instagram. I don't really do social media, so only platform I got is IG. But it's GODSUMDAE on IG. And I'm very introverted. I'm very like a nervous person. I'm very like state of myself. And if I'm like at a party in a room full of people, I'm not even there. Like I'm there. I'm gonna let you know I'm there. You're gonna see me there, but I'm really in my head thinking about something totally different. And the other day, me and my girl, we went to like a little after party. That's like after 4 a.m. I don't really do it too much, but I go with her, and we out, and you know, she's a bartender, so that's what she do. So we out, and she like, babe, what's wrong? I'm like, nah, nothing's wrong. She like, what's wrong? Like, you good? I'm like, nah, I'm good. I'm just thinking about something right now. I'm chilling. I'm tripping. I'm telling myself I'm bugging. I gotta snap out of it. So she like, yo, tell me what's on your mind. I'm like, nah, you on my mind. Like, ain't nothing on my mind. Like, relax. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just let me. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go get a drink for her. She's like, yo, babe, no, talk to me. Matter of fact, let's go outside. We go outside. She's like, what's on your mind? I'm like, baby, if we like colonize a new planet, then I guess we'd have to learn to use elements to manage, because we've been depleting all the natural resources inside the earth as if we ain't already done enough damage. But god damn it, 8 stage the moon landing, and China on your kids, your car, and your panties. I'm a disgrace to my culture and my mammy, and I can't remember shit because I've been fucking with a Zanny, understand me? What a waste. What a waste. I feel like my blunts be laced. Get the fuck out of my face if you ain't trying to embrace definition by race, defining people by faith, or trying to give God face is all taste. Your mind's been gentrified, your memory displaced. You don't understand the patience it takes to be the greats. Humility and grace, take love, replace hate. Then erase the divisional space and we be straight. Now my girl think I'm Dr. Bay. She's so interested in everything I got to say. She want me to eat, beat, teach, and then beat again. Meet and greet with her parents and then repeat again. But I'm a felon, they repellin', I'm never behaving. Heavy on the disrespect, like I'm definitely blatant. And that was back when I was crushing on Stephanie Ape, and I was speaking deeper with the pizza and Zeppelin's waiting. Like, when I was broke, they shitted. Mr. Hanky, though. I've been ill, word to Enlil and Enki, though. That's what I got for y'all, thank you. But, y'all can follow me on IG at GODSUMDAE. Thank you so much, I appreciate y'all.
Any day, but someday. Someday. Give it up for someday. Thank you so much. It was so funny. iHeartRadio, y'all gonna forgive us. I hope y'all forgive us, because he didn't know, so I told him, But it was okay, boo. It's okay. We forgive you here. We forgive you. So we are going to announce the last featured act right now. She has been making these bomb egg rolls, and I'm very, very jealous that I'm on keto, but I've seen the smiles of the crowd, and I feel like, the smiles are good enough. The smiles make me full, okay? I'm full off of happiness, and I will be happy for you guys. So we are going to announce the next headliner, Mika J. Woods. Welcome to the stage, my sister. Oh, and before I forget, I would just like to say, before I call her up, I would like to personally and in your face say thank you. Thank you for your support. Thank you for always being there for me when I need you. I mean, I've had random council members hit me up and say, I need a poet. And I'm like, you need a poet now. And she has performed for the Bronx Borough President. She has also performed for assembly members, and all for Bronx Poetry, representing for us. So thank you so much for your service, and thank you for your support. Thank you for your sisterhood and your friendship. I love you dearly. There you go, sister. You better not cry.
Why would you do that? Y'all know I'm emotional. Oh. Come on, I'm just, come on now. See, she got me all cracking. Hold up. Give me a second. You think you gotta, you're supposed to do that at the end. So I'm Mika J. Woods. She really messed my head up, y'all. Okay, no, I'm Mika J. Woods. I'm the Hungry Poet. If you didn't know, Hungry Poet, the Hungry Poet TV. Check us out on YouTube, as well as Facebook, as well as Roku, all right? I'm going to do a set for y'all, right? Because my life has recently changed, those who are here in the studio. So my little baby, he about to be 8 months. So my life has changed, like, drastically from who I was to who I am now. So you guys are going to go with me on this poetry journey, okay? I didn't want to go as deep, but damn it, Nicoise, you got me in here like, I got to get in my feelings. I gotta get in my feelings, So we're going to start off with my name is. I was a girl with a super black name. My parents had no care of what society would say each day that my name was called in attendance. They had no clue of the amount of misguided attention that will be paid to something that they donned me with, all while having good intentions. And I'm telling you, my mama was beaming all about her mini-me, that she couldn't see that the name that she had placed upon me had created its own corporate ceiling. She did not have any clue of the amount of racism that would unearth each time that my name was called first. And then, of course, it was missaid, misread, mispronounced by some guy who looked me in the face and said Goldenbad, Mackenzie, or Swawowski. But my 7 letters, which paid homage to the city of Mecca, messed you up so hard that you said what was really going through your head, which was whatever black girl name here. But out loud you read Shalamiqua, Sacagawea, or Chiquita, none of which are my name. So let me spell it out for you plain. My name is Shamika. S for the sands of the Saudi Arabian shore. H for the hands that poured a lot of love into my heart. M for the many beautiful women that carried this name before me. E for the effervescent sound I hear each time it's said perfectly. K for the Kaaba in which all of my father's prayers were guided to. And A for the absolute shame you should feel if ever you missay my name again. My name is Shamika. Mika for short. Mika, like the princess in Coming to America too. Mika J. Woods. Now that you know me, boo. Woo! So we gonna get into how I came to be. All right. So this is stuff that I've never shared before. So y'all are really on this journey with me, okay? Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child, a long way from home. I didn't write this to embarrass you, Mom, but this is my therapy. I spent one too many years masking this tragedy. That is me, that started with you. Because you were supposed to be the example of what true love means, but the call of your addiction meant more than the cries of your baby girl. And as much as I hate to admit it, I needed you, and I still do. I didn't write this to embarrass you, Mommy, but I just want to know why I was never good enough. Did my smile not soften your heart? Did I cry too much? Was I not what you wanted? Did my infant eyes look into your soul and ask for the love that you could never give yourself? They say that your child resembles the person you hate most, and I look just like you. As I write this, I don't mean to embarrass you, Mommy, but there are so many times that I cried into sob-soaked, flattened pillows, cursing God for separating you from me because in my adolescent mind, I thought you were love to me. Then meeting you and realizing it was all just a fantasy. As I write this, I don't mean to embarrass you, Mommy, but I wanted you to be better. I wanted you to heal yourself and then come and do the same to me. I didn't write this to embarrass you, Mommy, and I'm sorry if it does, but these are walls that I've had up for so long that it made it impossible to love. And although I know you now, Mommy, I can't say that I feel any different. I waited so many years for you to come and subside my fears, not knowing that God already given me the cloth that will wipe away my tears. As I write this, I think I didn't mean to embarrass you, Mommy. But I am happy to say that although I look just like you, I am not you. I am the person that God made me to be. I traveled the road that he needed me to see, and I can honestly say I am not mad at you, Mommy. As an adult, I understand that your struggles were never with me. As a parent, I now see that you face your personal demons daily. And if I judge you, I could not do that fairly. So as I write this, I really mean that I don't mean to embarrass you, Mommy. But writing this was my therapy. And the questions I asked you, God has already answered in me. So I love you, and I hope that this didn't embarrass you, Mommy. So that's how I came to be, and then got dark for a while, and I got some vices because I needed some real therapy. So before it got light, it got real dark, and somebody told me that I should stop drinking, and I said, yeah, I should. But how am I supposed to do that when the weight of the world is weighing heavy on my shoulders and the hearts of those around me are only getting colder? The thoughts of suicide are getting closer, but the only thing that makes me stop thinking is the moment that I hear the ice clinking in my glass. It's so soothing to me knowing that I can casually take a sip and be okay. Some say it's a problem, but more times than not, it feels like a solution. Some say it's my therapist, the way that I talk to this cup. And I feel he understands me because I can't even get wet for this dude if my cup is still empty. And I feel my mindset is constantly sinking into depression faster than I am blinking when I'm simply thinking and not drinking. And I can get the inkling that it will all go away once I get the cool tip on my awaiting lip and then feel and take a sip of this bittersweet sin. Then I feel the buzzing, and that moment of temporary happiness kicks in. And now all of a sudden, this moment of unchanged life I can bear to sit in, I start believing my own lies. Then I start losing my spirit to fight, and I think if I just take one more sip, I'll be all right. 2 more sips and I'm in the bathroom taking flicks, drunk texting my ex because I started this drunk journey alone, but I don't want to end it that way. So I'm looking for company because you know what they say about misery. I know that this will never be love, that lust is our fate. So I drive the boat and take the bottle to the face, throw on my coat so I can rush to his place, only so we can drunk and I can wake up to him saying, I got you an Uber pool because it was a cheaper rate. Now here I am, again, sober, alone, and the bottle is done. Now the only choice I feel I have is to get another one. So yeah. So it got real dark, you know, and I had to find God and find myself. And then after finding myself, I found love in a freaking deli called Chopped Cheese Deli in the Bronx. Shout out to the Bronx. You know, and I was drunk that night too. I ain't gonna lie. I definitely, I could show y'all the DMs. I did not remember him the next day. He was like, yo, you don't remember me? You asked to get past me because you wanted to add spinach because you said call you Popeye. I was like, damn, that sounds like me. So, you know. So this was after our first date. Tonight, you touched me where you hadn't before, then kissed me and pulled back, leaving me wanting more. You pulled me into your allure and heated me up to the core, because truth be told, I had been throbbing since you greeted me at the door. Your cologne had engulfed my every pore, and just as I was sure I couldn't take anymore, you noticed and grabbed my attention quick by holding my hands and kissing my fingertips, then watched as a quiver spread across my lips, and then you released my hand and let it drop to my hips. And when you let my fingers slip, it felt as if the space-time continuum ripped, because my blood is pumping so ferociously off this one little nip. And now you've handed me this glass with this bittersweet concoction, and it's inhibiting my functions, and I feel like I'm lunching because the only thing I'm thinking is, when are we gonna start hunching? I'm in dire need of something, and I'm pretty sure it's a bit of your loving. Now my heart is racing and my breath is quick, and this intensity can't help but to stick, because all I can think about is your big throbbing, oh shit. You caught me staring, better yet glaring at you like prey, and I'm the mantis, if you understand that pairing, and I'm trying to look at your face to get a gist if you're even caring, but you've locked eyes with me, and now I can't stop staring, because I'm caught up in the heat of us, and it's showing in my heaving bust, and I can feel our energies are on this cusp with no room to adjust. There will be no fight or fuss, because this moment is just, and I trust that nothing feels better than this. Because I'm fully caught up in your sitch. It's as if God took out a needle and he began to stitch us together so we can stick, then carved out a little spot in heaven so we can sit and talk and have a moment like this. And to think it all started with Excuse me, miss. All right. Y'all are on this journey with me. Y'all ready? We almost done. Well, not, yeah. So we start getting closer. And after a few months, you know, like I was like, dang, like you in my head. You're not just in my heart or my body. You're in my head. So it was different. And I wrote this poem for him. And it's called, I Wrote This Poem For You. I wrote this poem for you. I wrote it to talk about the way that you kiss my lips. I wrote this poem for you. I wrote it to talk about the way that you caress my hips. I wrote this poem for you. I wrote it to talk about how you perfectly place your hand into my dip. I wrote this poem for you. I wrote it to talk about how our parts perfectly fit. It says each time we meet, all I'm thinking is how much I needed this tryst, this miss, this lust, because love doesn't exist, so let's just kiss. So I can leave a moment on your lips and a yearning in your loins so tight it'll turn your crease into a crisp and awaken things in me as well, but we won't go down that list, so I wrote this poem for you. I wrote it to talk about all the things that you do. If I had balls, they'd be blue. Got me looking at you like Philip who, because you know how to screw. I'm feeling like Lander with the zoo, but maybe I'm not a zoo at all. Maybe I'm in the jungle, the mighty jungle, because your loving got me humble. I'm looking at you like rumble, young man, rumble, because this moment in the sheets became more than a tumble. I threw you this ass, and you have yet to fumble, so I wrote this poem for you. I wrote it because you have earned a permanent space in my head, a deserving spot in my spank bank to rehash on a lonely night in bed. So I wrote this poem for you. I wrote it because of all, I'm sorry, I got into my own poem. I wrote this poem for you. So I wrote this poem for you because you have brought me complete satisfaction, even if it was just for a moment of attraction. From the moment it happened, I knew this would be the caption. So I wrote this poem for you. I just wrote this poem for you. Okay. Now, we in a relationship, y'all. This is a real relationship, so things is different. Now you don't look at how he looks. Okay, he cute and stuff, but now other things matter, right? Like work boots, right? Right? And yeah, I'm gonna tell y'all what I mean. I want you to leave your work boots at my house every night. And I need you to know that I will be comforted by the sight. They're dirty, dusty, ghastly, frayed, and I smell them each time I come across them in passing. And they smell horrible, like your feet. Like your feet have grown buttholes and spent the entire day eating beans and gassing, and the stench doesn't just linger, it's lasting. And some might hear this and say how embarrassing while looking up at me and cackling, all while their relationship is on thin ice and cracking. I'm over here enjoying something that I'm happy in. I love to see you come home covered in dust, smelling like must, with a slight hint of rust on your face, set a cuss, but too tired to put up a fuss. That's when I secretly begin to lust. Knowing that you've been working hard to provide a future for us. That's sexy to me. That's what I love to see. Those work boots, all dirty, and don't let me get started on the jeans. And that brings me to where we are now, right? As y'all saw, got a little man out there, you know? That's what happens, right? You get in a relationship, now y'all live together, uh-oh. His name is Austin. He's beautiful. And this is about him because this is where my life is now. Who knows where it'll go, but it's where I am now. I never knew joy could be spelled Austin. I never knew that a little boy would change the make of who I am. I never believed in love at first sight, but here I am. I never thought that I could commit murder, but if anyone messes with you, ready I am. For 41 weeks and a day, I carried you. 16 hours and 20 minutes, I labored for you. The next 22 years, I'm prepared to put you through school. And I state that this, the next, and the generation after that of this bloodline, I'd die for you too. Because I grew you. I love you. You are my sun, you're my sunshine, my moonlight, my stars, and my skylight. For without you, my nights were not as bright. You're my reason to pray and to fight. You're every hope and dream of this little girl who would sit up at night and cry for the type of love I have for you. Just the thought of you brings the happiest tear to my eye. You're my little guy. And when you look up at me with my eyes, you make me feel perfect. Like there is nowhere else in the world that you'd rather be than snuggled up safely with me. And I look back at you and I hope that you can see that this is the only place I want to be too. My life was not complete until you came to me. And no matter what I've done or where life will take me, I know that your mother is who I was meant to be. But that doesn't just make me happy, because happiness is fleeting. It brings me the wonderful permanence of joy. That joy lives in the heart of my beautiful black boy, which brings me back to where we begin. I didn't know joy could be spelled A-U-S-T-I-N. I'm Mika J. Woods, the Hungry Poet. You can find me at Mika J. Woods, MEKAJWOODS, or The Hungry Poets TV, spelled phonetically. Check us all out at Bronx Poetry. And I'm going to bring you back to your host. Oh, and check out the egg rolls. The egg rolls. I'm so sorry. We done got all emotional. The egg rolls. So, they are a part of the Hungry Poets food series, the Not So Egg Rolls. This is the first edition called Sunday Dinner. It features fried chicken, mac and cheese, and collard greens with a spicy sweet potato dip. Make sure you check us out. They'll be at all the next few poetry events. Thank you.
Down. She done went and ripped the mic off the... Give it up for my sister one more time, Mika J. Woods. She had me over there crying. I don't have time today. It is Sunday, and I don't want to be crying right now, Lord. Listen, it's not even Sunday yet, Lord. It's Saturday. Oh, but thank you so much, Mika J. Woods. I appreciate you. I love you from the bottom of my heart. Check out them egg rolls, y'all. Listen. They good. Oh, they good. Yeah, look at I love seeing black men happy. I tell you right now. Feed them and they'll start fixing stuff. They don't even live there. They start picking, removing stuff, putting stuff. But you know that need more caulking, right? Yeah, I'm telling you. Y'all put that on wrong. I'm gonna fix your TV. You know. So we're gonna do some product plugs real quick. Horsey Love, come real quick, sister. So my sister has a beautiful black-owned business, and we would love to talk about her business.
Hi again, world. Thank you guys for thank you for giving me a moment. So, in that time where I was like practicing sobriety and getting my life together, I started a business, and it's called Koiscape, and we fuse black culture, SEO, and ceramic art together so that you could practice your emotional intelligence in fun and creative ways. All right, I have some business cards I'm going to hand out for the people in the radio world who can't get the business card, though. I'm going to tell you guys to go to Koiscape, COISECAAPE, Kois Escape. There you go. And you could go see some beautiful ceramic art, all styled by black culture, by black artists, by black creatives. You can see the Koiscape Connect if you're trying to get a good or a practice. We have a network for other black entrepreneurs up there. Link us if you need to. And you can also come to our PPP pop-up. We're not giving out checks, but we are painting. We have games to play, and we have movies to watch. So that's Koiscape. Thank you guys so much for your time.
Check her out. That sounds fun. That's fun. And her cards is fancy. She got the barcode on the back. So once again, my name is Shay Marie G. I'm the owner of Canvas Culture LLC, an art company that specializes in therapeutic art treatment. We do poetry events. We do life coaching. We do life, in DOE schools and New York Public Library once again. And we also do adult literacy programs. So once again, if you have a company and you guys want to get some programming, please reach out to us. And thank you guys so much for listening here. Those who are in the studio with us, thank you for coming out. And those in the radio world, thank you so much. One last shout out to the wonderful LDM Studios for hosting us. If we could just give some love for them, thank you so much. LDM Studios has supported Bronx Poetry from the very beginning. When we were on FM radio, this was actually the first stop when I was promoting my show. When we were 97.2, and then we started doing FM radio, and this is literally the first stop where I started to promote my radio show. So thank you so much. I appreciate you, LDM Studios, and once again, be blessed. And the Bronx is it. Goodbye.
Yes. Check it out, everybody. This is the LDM radio station, and that was Shade and the Bronx Poetry Night. That's how we got to do out here. But I got some people out here. I want to check it out because first of all, homegirl had me crying inside. I was in the engineer room, but now I wasn't crying. I just had allergies. That's what it was. I had allergies. But real quick, say your name again before we even cut off of this radio station. Kumle, where I can find you at besides sitting here?
I'm on all social media platforms and also all streaming platforms at Kunle, Kunlei.
Okay. We're gonna come here to the well-dressed black man right here. This is how I want to be you when I grow up. I'm telling you this much. Yeah, he is so well-dressed right now.
But they call me Mike O, poet, creative, storyteller. You can follow me at all relevant social media platforms at This Is Mike O. That's at THISISMIKEO.
Okay, and then we got here beautiful. Let me take my wedding ring off. No. How we doing? Quick name and where they can find you at.
What's up, bro? My name is Nicoise, aka Koisi Love on all platforms. Yeah, come find me. Thanks.
And then we even coming up to the crowd. Just say hi, mama. Just say hi, mama. There we go. And then we got the baby out in here. Say something. Google. There we go. There.
Oh, now you're quiet?
Now he's quiet.
Everybody's performance.
Now he's quiet. Say hello, Dad.
Hello.
Say hello.
Hey, man. Hey. How you doing?
Well, we had the cook that was outside, the one that the poets was about and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So and
hold on, he has a podcast.
Okay. Tell your podcast.
Yeah,
It took too long. No, I'm just joking.
Man, the High Christian, starring your host Christian Herbs, Cannabis Podcast, educational, informational, entertaining. Tune in on YouTube. The High Christian.
There you go. He's like, make sure he pronounced it. Turn him on YouTube. And then I got my girl. Before we leave, we had to talk to you a little bit. This is my girl right here. She came to me, and she thought I was joking. I was like, you like a roach in the house. You're never going to leave me. So, you know what I mean? Okay. We're going. But the ladybugs leave in the summer. They leave, I don't
want to be a roach.
You're not leaving. I'm Latino. All we have are roaches and rats. No, but you could check her out. I'm proud of what you're doing, and being the mom and all that. So that's another. Come on, give it up. Not that many people can open their doors and say, "Give me these kids." Hopefully they're not baby kids, but bring me them. You know what I'm saying? So. Kudos to you when you told us that. Even my wife was like, wow, so.
It was a dream of mine. It was a dream to be a foster parent. So I feel like, I grew up unconventionally. My mom was adopted, and then I was raised by her adopted family because she was like, I don't really want you, lady. So she gave me to them. And it was wonderful. Honestly, honest to God, I was blessed to have a surrogate replacement family that loved me and treated me no different. And I wanted to provide that to children. So now, foster mom of three little boys, and it's a beautiful process. It ain't easy. It ain't easy, but somebody has to do it. And I feel like they need more of us, people of color, to step in to love on some kids. So, yeah.
I like how you said that, especially when you out there saying, "Oh, why they raising our color kids?" Well, then open your doors like Shay did, and you don't have to worry about that. You know what I'm saying? So, we're just gonna shoot some breeze because we got about good 15, 20 minutes. So if you guys wanna, we don't do dead air. But I'm not a poet, but I got something for you. Put something on. I'm not really a poet, but half of this I wrote many moons ago. I'm not ashamed to say it, but I'm an advocate of depression because I do have depression, a sleep disorder, and all that. I go around telling people how to fight it. I do. I've been fighting it for years with no medication. They gave me medication, and I was like the people on 149 Grand Concourse, looking like a zombie. I was like, man, I was drunk and I was looking like, I couldn't do that. But I wrote half of this before, and then half while I was sitting there. But roses are red, violets are blue. This is the only poem that I knew. Or is it the only thing that was shown to me? Especially in a world of millions, but why do I feel like I'm the only? Alone, but strong. No strings on me that I can see. You say one thing and make it feel like that's the only thing I should know. But no, wait. I'll break these chains of the way you have shown me. These chains that you gave me. Wait. These chains that you gave me and said that is the only way. So I say no. I'll break these chains and I'll tell you, no, I am not the sheep you want me to be. I am a dark Latin and I am me. So you tell me, but no, I will not listen. Because from now on, I will not let you hide my history. Your mask will not silence me. Your shots will not slow me. I am one of those million people, and I will not feel alone again. And that goes for the government, basically, that I'm talking about. And just in case, you did not know, the man, the hoodwick. No, but I go around talking to the black and brown men at the same time, and I let them know this is how I felt. I felt like you tell me something, and I'm supposed to listen. And guess what? 30 years later, now they're doing it to all the sheeps. So us black and Puerto Rican men, we need to rise up. And when we rise up, we cannot forget about our black and Puerto Rican women. And I'm tired of y'all guys doing this, moving ahead. And the same thing with the black and white, black and Latin women. Y'all move ahead and y'all forget about us. No, we move ahead together. So that's basically what that poem is about. Now I'm one of those millions. So that's why I'm telling you guys to, do that. But with Shay doing her Bronx Poetry Night, and I told her this is open every single month. She wants to do it. You guys that are listening on the radio station, this is your chance to be here and live on the radio. And then when we do live video, don't be like, oh, I should have been there, would have been there. You could have been there, So Shay, bring it on. Let's kill some little time. If y'all want to do another poem, y'all open up, the doors are open. We got about what? We got a lot of time. See that?
Hold on. I would like to do an exercise. If anything, put on any instrumental. We're going to do an exercise, right? All of my performers, it's going to be simple. It's going to be 3 words. 3 words will pass the mic. It's easy. 3 words, pass the mic. Don't look at me like that, Chicago. Don't do that, Chicago. You in the Bronx today. You a Bronxian. This is how we do it in the Bronx, off the top of the head, off the dome. Get your words together. Now you got time. To listen to any type of hip hop is fine. Hip hop is okay with you guys. Yeah. So hip hop is okay. So we're gonna go off the dome. 3 words. It doesn't necessarily have to be cohesive, but if you could rhyme with the last word, that would be dope. If you can't, it's fine, who cares? But if you could rhyme with the last word that the other person said, that would be pretty dope, right? Okay? And just pass the mic. If you don't want the mic, just pass it to the next person. Everyone is open. Mom and Dad. Everyone is open. Mama Shay looking at me like, Shay, you better not give me that mic. I don't got time, Shay, for this. I didn't come here today. I came to support my daughter. I did not come here. I bet you mom know how to sing too, don't she? She could. I know. Ooh! How did I know that? How did I know that? Because you can look at somebody's face and tell that they know how to sing. You're not going to sing? That's fine. That's okay. My mom won't harass you. So we're going to get the beat together real quick. We're looking real quick.
You have been listening to the Bronx Poetry Night, brought to you by Canvas Culture LLC, right here on the LDM radio station.